हॅलो गाईज, वेलकम बॅक टू माय चॅनल एक्सप्लोअर विथ श्रद्धा खंदारे. ती सध्या काय करते म्हणजे श्रद्धा सध्या काय करते आजच्या ब्लॉगमध्ये. जसं मी तुम्हाला प्रॉमिस केलं होतं, आय एम गोइंग टू शेअर यू अबाउट सम डिटेल्स अबाउट द एस ए पी अँड इट्स वन ऑफ द मॉड्यूल विच इज एस ए पी सिक्युरिटी, ज्याच्यामध्ये मी स्वतः काम करते. सो दॅट तुम्हालाही त्याबद्दल थोडीशी आयडिया येईल अँड यू विल गेट टू नो वॉट एक्झॅक्टली एस ए पी सिक्युरिटी कन्सल्टंट्स आर वर्किंग. So let's start with our video with the introduction about the SAP. So first question आपल्याला पडू शकतो की what exactly SAP is. SAP is nothing but that this is one of the enterprise software which is useful in running our day-to-day businesses which are of you know जे मोठे मोठे बिझनेसेस असतात त्यांसाठी हे सॉफ्टवेअर रन करण्यासाठी फार हेल्पफुल असतं. सो व्हॉट इज एस ए पी, त्याचा फुल फॉर्म तरी काय आहे. तर एस ए पीचा फुल फॉर्म आहे सिस्टम अँड ॲप्लिकेशन इन डेटा प्रोसेसिंग. सो इट इज नथिंग बट अन एंटरप्राइज सॉफ्टवेअर विच इज यूजफुल इन running all the businesses and getting the work done through different modules. So what are the modules? So modules are nothing but the sections which are divided in the SAP to run the day-to-day activities. So day-to-day activities in the sense starting from manufacturing till the purchase and solding of the product, whatever is the product cycle that we handle through the modules. So there are different SAP modules like SAP MM, SAP FI, SAP SD, SAP security, SAP basis, which are administrative part, SAP BI, EWM. So these are the different modules inside the SAP which we have to look after. So now next question will arise like what exactly SAP security is in that, because we are trying to focus on that as I work on it. So this is nothing but one of the administrative tasks where people generally manage accesses of the users who can perform actions in the SAP system. So whoever users are being created by the SAP security consultant in the system, they are only are authorized to log into the SAP system and access the server and the data inside the SAP system. So now the next question is how these users are created and who create these users. So users are being created by the SAP security consultant with the help of transactions. So now transactions is a new concept which is nothing but a program that every person executes in SAP to perform their task. जसं की security person use करतो transaction SU01 to create a user in the system and to assign the roles to it so that the user will have the access to do the task in the system. Now new term again, what is role? So roles are nothing but the authorization concept which is being followed in SAP security, which includes transaction code. So whatever the transaction user will need for that particular job profile, we will add those key codes inside the role and accordingly user will get access to it. So we will create the roles based on the job profiles or the positions on which user is currently on different positions on which users are currently working, and that role we will assign. So this is how we will create the roles and we will assign them to the user. All these tasks from creating the user to creating the roles, assigning it to the user and keeping eye on the users that like they are performing the required task or not are all the activities which SAP security consultant performs. I hope now you will have the idea like what exactly SAP security consultant do. तर नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन हा असेल की फक्त युजर क्रिएट करणं आणि रोल क्रिएट करणं हाच एस ए पी सिक्युरिटी पर्सनचा वर्क आहे का. सो नो, ओनली these are not the activities that the SAP security consultant performs. There are certain different monitoring activities also that the consultants are performing, so we have to keep eye on it also. And whenever new roles are being created in the system, then at the time the designing and everything is done by the SAP security architect and the consultants, and that is being approved by the clients. Post that, we will create the roles, and the moment of the role from development to production will happen. So this is how these are the different basic tasks that I have listed about the SAP security consultant for your knowledge. There are different phases or terms that are being used while connecting with the SAP security term, like authentication, authorization, and restrictions. So authentication is nothing but having the right access for a person to log into a system to perform certain tasks, and authorization is nothing but the privilege to do some activities inside the system. So that is nothing but the authorization which user will get through the rules which are assigned to his ID. So these are the different concepts, basic I have covered, that what SAP security consultants are performing and doing inside the system. So I hope now the overall basic idea about the job profile you must be getting now, की कसा युजर्स क्रिएट होतात आणि त्यांना रोज असाइन होतात, आणि हाऊ कन्सल्टंट्स फॉर सिक्युरिटी आर वर्किंग टू प्रोटेक्ट देअर सिस्टम अँड द डेटा. जर तुम्हाला अजून ह्यामध्ये काही मोर इन्फॉर्मेशनची गरज वाटत असेल तर मला नक्की पिंग करा. मी तुमच्या क्वेश्चन्सचे नक्कीच आन्सर देईल. अजून ही फक्त मी सांगितलेली आहे ECC किंवा बेसिक सिक्युरिटी tasks. There are different other things that SAP security consultant performs on HR security, BI security, on the GRC, which is risk analysis, and governance risk and analysis control. So there are different things which are newly coming inside the market, like BTP security and all. So everything is being performed by the SAP security consultant. Cloud security is also managed by the SAP security consultant nowadays, and through the Fiori security also there are different launch pads on which troubleshootings and access provisioning, role designing is done by the SAP security. So the things are getting updated day by day, and likely the consultants have to be updated. So ही झाली माझी आजची इन्फॉर्मेशन फॉर SAP सिक्युरिटी कन्सल्टंट. आय होप ती तुम्हाला युजफुल ठरली असेल, आणि असेच जर नवीन नवीन तुम्हाला माहिती पाहिजे असेल तर माझ्या व्हिडिओला लाईक, शेअर आणि सबस्क्राईब करायला विसरू नका. आणि मला तुमच्या कमेंट्स कळवा, जेणेकरून मी अजून असेच नवनवीन व्हिडिओ तुमच्यासाठी बनवा.